Prettier today.
Thank you very much. You
And
look
always,
beautiful yourself.
Thank you. Well, as we know that you are a part of BVR Group Asia family. Hello smart people, welcome to BVR Group Asia YouTube channel with me Reggie, also known as BVR Broadcaster under the brand of BVR Group Asia. And I'm super excited today. As you can see here, I am in the beautiful villa in Canggu. And right now, I would like to have an interview with one of our family from BVR Property, that is Sherry Angelique Power. Who is she? Let's find out.
Hi, my name is Sherry Angelique Power. I'm a Senior Marketing Specialist for BVR Property, a division of BVR Group Asia. I pride myself in service excellence.
Sherry Angelique Power, how are you?
Salamat siang, Renji. Well in yourself. Well in yourself.
Selamat siang. I'm good, thank you. You look
Good.
prettier today.
Thank you very much. You
And
look
always,
beautiful yourself.
Thank you. Well, as we know that you are a part of BVR Group Asia family and working in BVR Property, so in this good occasion, we would like to have a short of interview and like introductions of BVR Property. So I guess you will know my first question, right?
Yes, yes.
So by the way, we will right now shooting in the beautiful villa in Canggu, right?
Yeah, no, we're fortunate to actually be on this location today. It's a beautifully newly built property, and yeah.
And this is one of our listing, right?
Yes, absolutely.
It's
Yeah,
really
absolutely.
great. So, yeah, back to the topic. So my questions is about what is BVR Property and what kind of services that BVR Property provide to the society?
Good question. You know, BVR Property, we are a registered real estate business within Indonesia. We're a fully licensed company with over 10 years collective experience in the property industry. I'm originally from South Africa. I was in property in South Africa for a long time as well. And you know, that little bit of knowledge that I built up there, brought it into Indonesia. And I've been fortunate enough to be here for the last 5 years. And yeah, so we deal from anything from commercial real estate to villas to lands, hotel acquisitions, you know, everything is sort of
Complete.
Yeah, it's a complete sort of, you know, whatever you're looking for, we'll be able to assist you.
Oh, that's great. So from what I know, property agencies in Bali is a lot. It's so many. So what distinguishes BVR Property than any other property agencies in Bali?
Look, we've definitely seen that there's a lot of new agencies popping up all over the island. And BVR Group Asia has been around for a couple of years, you know, so the director's Herb Minor, he had a vision and he wanted to bring that vision into Indonesia, and he did. You know, in the last couple of years, the company's grown for leaps and bounds. And, you know, he wanted to create a fully integrated business, whether you're looking for marketing or whether you're looking for property, legal services, you know, anything that you can possibly think of that you would need from start to finish, we've got you covered. We've got 14 divisions within the business. And I'm proud to say, you know, they're always growing, always evolving, always expanding, which is just, it's phenomenal. And I'm glad to be a part of the family.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you mentioned before you have a legal firm, right?
Yeah.
From what I know, I heard that BVR Group Asia also like just opened a BVR legal firm. So, may I know how you coordinate with them? So, in terms of
look, we lean on the legal department quite a bit because in property we have to do, you know, due diligences, and we have to make sure that the documentation is above board, that people are legally able to obtain their leases or freehold titles. So our legal division, I mean, they pretty much touch on everything from visas to setting up a PTPMA. They do due diligence, notary services, any legal advice, and we've even got lawyers on board that if there's any legal disputes, they're able to assist you with that as well.
That's really cool.
It's awesome, yeah, it is actually.
Awesome.
Very cool.
So my next questions that come up in my head is about pandemic COVID-19. We know that in the past 2 years it's really bad. Everything is chaotic, especially the economic sectors were stopped, right? So my next questions is about how the property market performing after the 2 years hard time during the pandemic COVID-19.
Very interesting question. You know, I've been in Bali quite a number of years now, and you know, you look at Bali's history and all the significant situations, all the things that has happened in the past. You know, with the Bali bombing that happened, with the earthquake, Mount Agung, and you see a trend. You see Bali recovering very quickly. Bali's always landed on its feet, and I think it's a lot to do with the culture and the people. A very resilient island, and you know, COVID-19 was no exception to that rule. We saw that it was affected. You know, I think the whole world was affected, but it bounced right back, and Bali is stronger now than it was prior COVID. You know, things have changed and things have moved on. New areas are being developed. But even throughout the entire, you know, COVID-19 period, we've seen a massive upturn in developments happening. They looking at changing road infrastructure now because of all the tourism that has come back, and people are making this their second home now. So, you know, again, and short answer to that, Bali's recovered extremely well, very resilient.
So what about the BVR property itself during the COVID-19?
You know, we're fortunate in a sense of we've got 14 different divisions. You know, the directors have a lot of foresight, and even throughout the COVID period, we went from a handful of staff to over 40 staff at the moment. So, you know, and that growth happened throughout the COVID period, you know. So again, I think a lot of businesses, a lot of families, a lot of communities were affected, but a lot of people thrived as well. There was opportunity in all of that. And I think that BVR, they've grown from strength to strength throughout everything that has happened. And now, you know, the business is flourishing because the initiative that was used to get us to where we are today.
That's really great. So it means like we are survive even if it is COVID-19, but we survive. That's really great.
But we are family, you know, so we all lean on each other. You know, if one division, you know, needs to feed off another division, we incorporate that within the business structure because we fully integrated our clients. We use our clients, you know, not only if they're buying a property, but then we'll suggest if they want to use the legal services, if they wanted to use marketing or management for their villas as well. So I mean, there's a lot of ways in referring business as well, and I think that we all have been very good at keeping it in the family.
Wow, that's great.
So to speak.
Lovely. So yeah, speaking of the property in Bali, I heard there is a common terms in terms of property field in Bali. I heard there is a leasehold property and freehold property. So could you tell us what is the difference between these terms?
I think it's quite self-explanatory, but a freehold title is generally where a property is owned outright. You know, so this can be obtained by an Indonesian citizen, or it can be obtained through a PTPMA business. And leasehold is exactly what that is. You know, you're purchasing a property on a shorter lease term, so anything from 10 years up to 50, 60 years, if you're lucky.
So I would say leasehold is like a rent, and then
not really rent, no, but yes, so to speak. You're basically buying a 25-year lease or a 30-year lease, but yes.
It's a long-term lease.
Yes. And of course, you've got your extensions that are written into the master lease agreements. So, you know, even if you're only purchasing a 25-year lease, there's always that safety net in your master lease agreement that allows you to extend should that period come to a close.
Well, Sherry, my next question is about you and your team as a property agent. So what is the value that you can give to other people, especially your client who need your assistance?
It's a very interesting question. I mean, I think I answered that in one of our earlier questions. You know, BVR Group Asia we're a fully integrated business, you know, meeting needs from finding a property to closing the property, you know, successfully closing the deal, to management services, to marketing services. You know, I think that there's just so much we offer that no other real estate business on the island can offer or was even able to. But all under one roof. So you don't have to go anywhere else. We've got you covered. And I think that is the most important aspect of BVR Group Asia, is because the clients don't have to look very far to get the assistance that they need.
Well, I would say like our client don't need to go far away because we have everything under one roof. It's really interesting, right? So we have notary and legal things. We can take care of it.
Yes,
it's really
absolutely.
Nice. Well, do you have any wishes for BVR property?
Yes, absolutely. Oh, wow. Well, first of all, my team, you know, I'm so proud to be a part of the team, part of the family. You know, watching it grow over the last couple of years, as much as it has, even throughout the pandemic period. I'm fortunate to be a part of this growing team and this expanding team. And, you know, I wish us all the best of luck, my team, my family, and I want us all to grow and succeed together.
That's great. For sure, I want to be like a part of the family as well.
You are a part of the family.
Yeah. So yeah, we're waiting for the come up project like webinar. We have webinar rights.
Oh yeah, no, that's an exciting look. We're going to be walking into 2023. All excited. There's a lot of new things happening.
Yes.
You know, from property perspective, we've really changed the game a bit. So next year is going to be very, very exciting for all of us. And then the rest of the business as well. I mean, there's so much new stuff happening in the new year. I'm excited.
Something new coming.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Sherry, for your time taking this conversation. It's really great. I love it.
All right. Thank you so much for having me. And let's not forget to show you guys this beautiful villa that we're sitting in today.
This is in Canggu. And really beautiful. You can check it in our video as well.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sherry. Thank you for your time. Well, smart people, that's all the time we have today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to all social media you have. We'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye!
3 common mistakes foreigners make when investing in Bali property. Mistake 1. Not using a licensed real estate agency in Bali.
Putu, why are you not responding to my messages anymore? I've already paid you.
The consequences of not having a licensed property agency can have a big impact on your future property, like this.
Mistake 2. Picture speaks 1,000 words. You have arrived in your destination. That is why it is important to check your future property properly. Mistake 3. Handshake deals.
Remember guys, handshake deal will never secure your property. If you want to know more about avoiding these common pitfalls and any other leasehold related information, join our webinar series now. Hello smart people, welcome to this beautiful eco-friendly architectural masterpiece in Petit Tenget with only 300 meters to the beach. And today, let me guide you through this lovely investment. This beautiful villa is located in the famous area of Petit Tenget, which is surrounded by a luxury hotel and resorts like the Peppers, Alila, and W Resort. This is a massive freehold property with 800 square meters of land size and a generous 500 square meters of living space. There are plenty of privacy space and comfort area like this sunken living room. And yes, this is the perfect freehold property and the best investment for you or even your dream house. I love this so much. The villa itself has a total of 4 bedrooms, all with ensuite bathrooms, completed with a big 5-on-9 swimming pool, fully equipped kitchen and ready for occupation. This beautiful villa uses the most refined technologies, materials, and pieces of furniture. Antique Indonesian doors, modern furniture, thick flooring, river stone bathtub, wood bathtub, and tropical showers everywhere. Surrounded with thick glass, sliding doors, and quake-resistant structure and foundation, vegetation wall, and nature-lush tropical garden. This is the part that I love the most, the dining room, completed by the folding doors, and it just makes this villa so open, and I can feel the fresh air on my nose now. It's really fresh, guys. And the last but not least, this creatively designed pillar with the palm trunk, and this is so amazing, so creative. With the palm trunk, it makes this villa so natural and so eco-friendly. I love the idea. If you feel like this could be your future home or investment, contact BVR Property right now. We'll see you on the next one. Bye bye! Hi, smart people, smart investor. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second series of our investment talk by one of our division under the brand of BVR Group Asia, that is BVR Property. With me again, Renji, as your host today. It's such a pleasure to have you guys here at the second series of our investment talk after our insightful discussion. At the first series, we will talk about everything investors should know about leasehold acquisition in Bali and the differences between appraisal and valuation. And yes, now we're back again with an interesting topic to discuss, that is how to legally obtain freehold title in Bali. And of course, I'm not alone because we have invited our amazing speaker of the day, that is Neil and Pak Rahim.
Hello, hi everybody.
Hi.
Yeah, how you doing?
Thank you. I'm good, and it's super exciting day. Are you guys?
Yes.
How are you guys?
Happy to be here.
Amazing. It's been like it's just a few days after we did our live Instagram
Yeah.
at BVR Property, and now we're back again. And FYI, it's quite a good occasion and of course exciting day because we got a lot of participants from various country registered. We have from Singapore, from UK, wow, and then within Indonesia we have in Bali as well. So let's say hi to them. Hi guys.
Hi.
Congratulations and thank you for joining us today. And if I can share a bit story about the behind the idea of this investment talk. So the idea of this talk show is coming from people problems, especially investor, rich people. You know, Neil already always like give the questions for. People give the questions to Neil about. They want to invest in property in Bali, but they don't know. Yeah.
How did I do it? Yeah.
But they didn't know how legally obtain it and the requirement, the consequences. Hence, in this investment talk series 1 to 3, we want to talk ins and out about investment in property in Bali. And that's why we invited you, Parahim and Neil, to talk and share about investment talk. And then to talk about property, especially now, we're going to tell about the legal side, how to, what are the permit that we should
what the document
prepare.
that we need to make sure before invest in the property area.
Correct. And then Neil will share us about the basic knowledge about property. So are you guys ready?
We are ready.
Really?
We are ready.
So yes. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce our first speaker, Neil Van Ruyen. Well, Neil Van Ruyen, or usually we call him Mr. Neil. He was graduated bachelor degree in internal auditing at Cape Town Technicon in 2000. He has 7 years accountancy experience in London, United Kingdom, 6 years real estate commercial experience with 3D Virtual in Cape Town, South Africa, and 1.5 year at marketing specialist in Bali. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to our first speaker, Neil Van Ruyen.
Yeah, Rengi, you make me sound so clever.
Yeah,
You make me sound
You
so
are.
clever. And this is the clever guy, actually.
No.
you are.
Thanks for having me again. Yeah, it's great to be here. I'm going to talk a little bit about just normal knowledge about property in Bali. Yeah, so let's start. Let's just see what we're going to do. So we're going to talk about the differences between leasehold and freehold titles. We're going to talk about the values, freehold, leasehold. Also options. I'm going to show you a few options, and then areas the best we can invest in. Let's go. So the difference between leasehold and freehold, a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people actually don't understand the differences, because where I'm from in South Africa and the rest of Europe and rest of the world, actually, everything
Yeah.
is freehold. So everything is, you buy something for good and
Yeah.
then you can sell it, you own it. Yeah, we've got the leasehold option that is a little bit different.
In
So the difference is, in freehold you own the building, the land, everything forever until you decide you want to sell it.
yeah.
Leasehold, you buy a lease from a landowner, so you don't own the land, you own the building on it, and for a certain time of years, so say 30 years or 25 years or whatever.
There is a period of time, so
there's a
we
period.
we don't own it for forever.
Forever, yeah. And that is where the confusion comes in, because we get a lot of clients that doesn't understand the freehold and the leasehold. So we'll get people from Australia asking about a freehold property because they're interested in it, but they don't understand they can't acquire it because they don't qualify. So we'll get into that on the next few clips here. So so the difference here between the leasehold and the freehold, the freehold landowner will sell a lease to a foreigner, and for a certain time of year, so a certain period of years. So say, like I said, about 25 years, 30 years. Sometimes, as you know, it'll be longer. Sometimes it'll be shorter. So you are also, the cool thing about a leasehold is you are entitled to resell it. So if you get a 30-year lease, you can use the property for, say, 5 years, 10 years, and then resell it. So that is always a good investment. You can get some use out of it. You can actually make some money with rental income, and then still resell a lease, say, with 15 years left or whatever. It's actually very nice. The terms of the lease, you need to get both parties together. We had a small issue the other time with a property where the landowner was a little bit iffy. So Rahim will know, you need to, before extensions, everything needs to be in that master lease.
Yeah.
Everything needs to be stipulated. Extensions are done on the current land price, market price at that time. So if I get a 25-year lease with an option to extend,
We can immediately.
the amount will be after 25 years. So if the land is worth a lot more, then I will pay on that amount.
Alright.
So that's also good for the landowners,
Yeah.
because they will get a little
Agree.
bit more money
So
once
it's a
the
good
first-
investment.
It
then.
is. It is.
Wow.
It is a much more affordable option, like we'll see in the following clips. And it depreciates, unfortunately, because the lease runs out. So you get less and less years. Even though the land might go higher, the lease goes less and less. So it depreciates a little bit. Freehold, you own it outright. It's yours forever. Everything is fine. Even if you got it under mortgage, it's still 100%. There's no time limit on the ownership. The only thing is, it's only guaranteed for Indonesian citizens, you guys.
Okay.
And if you've
So-
got a spouse Indonesian with a KTP, like if you're married to an Indonesian person.
Yeah.
Oh, so foreigner can have this one like freehold property if
He's married to an Indonesian
Indonesian,
person. Yeah. Otherwise, only Indonesian citizens.
so freehold is only for Indonesian and leasehold is for
Mostly for
mostly for
But
foreigners.
you still do get Indonesian people that will buy a leasehold asset because they know it's a good investment. It appreciates the asset because the land value goes up. The hak milik is the strongest form of the title. That is the freehold title, SHM.
Which is Indonesian can have it.
Yeah.
Hak milik.
Yeah. But foreigners can also buy it and they can get it under hak pakai or right to use.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we've got these properties. This is now the example for the properties. And Ringy, you can see here
Yeah.
the price difference
Wow.
between the freehold and the leasehold. So
It's a big difference.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is a big difference. And so this example is on a 30-year lease against a freehold title. So you can see even though the leasehold property might be closer to the beach or further to the beach, it's always a little bit less than the freehold. That's just common sense because you don't
Yeah.
own it. You don't own it.
We
So-
don't own it.
But you can see the big difference in price, and that is why a leasehold option is for a foreigner also easier.
Yeah.
It is just easier to afford.
Agree. So this one is in Canggu.
That is in Canggu. Both of them are in Canggu. Yeah. The following page I'll show you now. That is in Seminyak, my favorite place.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
Look
Look at the price.
again
Nice.
almost half
Yeah.
almost half the price for the
Yeah.
leasehold of 30 years against the freehold. And these properties, I've seen both these properties. Actually, this one is much closer to the beach. The leasehold is much closer to the beach, which you would think it'll be more expensive. But because it's leasehold, it's a little bit more, cheaper
Cheaper.
than the further from the beach, the freehold.
Agree.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's just a summary of how prices differ between the leasehold and the freehold. Okay. Now we're going to chat a little bit about the areas
Location.
where we want to be, and you guys being from here, you will know. First one, Canggu.
Canggu is
Oh,
crazy.
crazy Canggu. That is what we call it, but we can't say that. It was named the fourth best place to invest and live. Actually, this is during the pandemic because it boomed.
Yeah.
It
Boom.
boomed during the
Yeah.
pandemic. Everybody that was able to get into Bali went to Canggu, and they developed, they built, and it's like you said, it's crazy. It's traffic. It's
It's
people,
traffic jam is everywhere in
it's
Canggu.
It's every day. It's
Like
every day.
Jakarta.
Yeah. I
Also-
feel like
Like Jakarta.
Jakarta in Bali.
But that is what people are saying
That's
also,
right.
yeah. So
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
As Indonesian people say like hidup kadang-kadang di Canggu, kadang-kadang hidup kadang-kadang di atas, kadang-kadang di Canggu. You know what it
No.
mean? It's life sometimes in up, sometimes in Canggu.
yeah. So that is what it
Yeah.
is. And also, there's a lot of different people there. You guys will know. There's a lot of nomads, a lot of younger crypto kids, people.
Yeah.
It's just a different area.
Agree.
For me, again, personally, not a big fan, but it's a great investment for people that's looking to invest and get some rental income.
Speaking of the crypto kids,
Yeah.
I just, if I'm not mistaken, even now for buying the property, we can transaction by cryptocurrency.
I've heard that, but I'm not sure.
It's illegal or
legal-
not.
Illegal for Indonesia because we use rupiah or yeah.
Oh, it's still illegal now.
Yeah, but people are advertising.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are
actually
still
advertising
advertised.
that
They
you
can pay
Yeah.
by
Yeah,
cryptocurrency.
but
Yeah.
yeah, the legal guy will tell you.
But I think in 10 years maybe. Is
Yeah,
it possible?
will be.
Yeah.
It's possible because the technology
Yeah.
is going fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for now it's illegal actually.
Yeah.
Even though people
Mm.
are saying you can. Yeah, so there's also like Echo Beach. You can walk to the beach. The villas, great villas, freehold and leasehold, very close to the beach. Great location. Next one, Pereranan. So when I arrived, Pereranan, we went in there like they were building one or two little villas. Not a lot of shops around. Now, it's almost completely built up. There's a lot of trendy little bars. There's a lot of coffee shops. It's also just next door to Canggu, but it's already it's
A
almost
lot of
become-
people there moving
Yeah, so people are already moving out from Canggu
to Pereira.
Pereira, so it's also getting just as busy. A little bit less, but still very busy. But it's really becoming a really nice area.
Investment area.
Yeah,
Investment.
yeah. So people are really looking into that side of the island, and like I say, in 2 years since I've been here, it went from this to here very quickly.
crazy.
They've really went a far way. Okay,
next?
and now we come to Seminyak.
Ooh, I
Is
love
where
this place.
We are based in Seminyak.
Yeah.
This is where we want to be.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're a little bit biased. We like Seminyak.
Yeah, I live here, and FYI, our office is in Seminyak as well, and it's
Yeah.
super cool area. I love it.
So Seminyak is also, as you know, it is one of the most expensive areas on the
Yeah.
island. It is quite expensive actually, because it used to be and my thing is Seminyak will also always be here, even though there's now Canggu and Seminyak will always stay here. It's got the hotels, it's got the beaches, it's got
Yeah.
also bars and restaurants.
Clubbers.
Everything. It
love
is still happening here. It is still happening here, and the commercial real estate is also here. The big hotels, also companies based in Seminyak area. So that is why I'm.
It's
I'm in
very
love with-
strategic.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the center of the business in Bali.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Agree,
saying.
agree.
Yes, a lot of businesses here, and again a little bit more quiet than Canggu, but just as much to offer. So you know, there's bars, restaurants, nightclubs, everything very cool. Then Sanur, we all know Sanur.
Well-
Sanur is now getting a new hospital.
Yeah.
They made the harbour, a new harbour for the speedboats to go to Penida and Lembagan. So everything there is happening very fast. Also, it's the oldest resort town in Bali. Really, I went there with Sherry the other day. It's so relaxing. It is really relaxing. It feels like a different Bali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels
Yeah.
almost like you're on holiday
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
because
think-
there's less traffic. There's little shops, a lot of little shops.
Yeah. I think Sanur is good for retirement, I think.
It is for retirement.
It's
but
very
I
quiet.
think it's going to change a little bit. I think.
Oh,
People,
yeah.
I think people are going to
Moving
more
to-
younger people are going to go there because it's more of a relaxed vibe. Also,
Yeah.
it is not that crazy. Even like it's less crazy than Seminyak. Even like so, it is. And like I say, also beautiful beaches.
And we can cross to Nusa Penida easily.
It's
Yeah.
45 minutes and we're there. That is beautiful. And then lastly is the Phuket Peninsula that also saw a huge increase. Areas like Bingen and all that just went crazy. It's developed at a fast rate. There's a lot of big 5-star resorts, luxury villas, all cliffront, very nice. We also know that Savaya, all those clubs are also on that side of the island. For me, I think it's gonna get busier and busier because it's also got a nice vibe. It's got a more of a surfer vibe. So Phuket being in that area, Uluwatu, still one of my favorites. Also, We
I've
love
been
it there.
to Bingen once, and it's super. I love it because the cliff and the
Yeah.
ocean view. I
I
like
know,
it.
there's beautiful views, beautiful sunsets, everything. But the thing, it's developing now. So there's more shops, more restaurants.
Yeah.
And also you can drive in certain areas of Uluwatu and there's like no rooms or no shops
Yeah.
for like 2-3 kilometers. But now it's getting better and better. So that part of the island is also going to develop crazy. So another great place to invest if you want to invest at this time. Phuket.
So time is yours to choose what the best area. I mean, like the best for you that's suitable to
yeah.
your purpose, especially. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm said. That's what I said in the when we spoke in the live. That it all depends on what your plan is.
Yeah.
Do you want to invest for rental income, or do you want to invest to stay? Like I said, if you want to invest to stay, I will say Sanur,
Sanur.
Seminyak. Seminyak also falls under if you want to invest for money because great rental returns. But it all depends on the people. Canggu, like we said, very very busy, very
Yeah.
crazy,
Yeah.
but you can get great money on your investment.
Yeah.
So it just depends on from person to person. That is
Purpose.
the only thing. Yeah, and that is, thank you guys. That is my little presentation,
Ooh.
and I hope that. Oh, what did I do?
From the bottom, yes. All right, thank you so much, Nell. It's such a great presentation.
Yeah.
I think people, I just saw on our YouTube channel, there is a lot of, I think participant is quite good. They're excited. But for people who already asked the questions on the chat below, please wait. Don't worry. We will answer your questions after the two presentation session. But for your informations, for just who participant who just come in our live on YouTube, you can leave the comment or the questions if you already subscribe to our YouTube channel. So please, guys, subscribe first, and then you can leave the comment or questions. All right, guys. I think Nell.
Yeah.
I think I have one questions for you.
Already.
This is the Q&A.
Yeah, that is,
No,
that is-
it's only for me. But before I
Okay.
continue, I think this one is good to be asked. You show the differences between leasehold and freehold just now on your presentation. So what I want to ask is, in your opinion, what is the best for investment? I mean the property for buying the leasehold property or for leasehold property.
So,
Freehold.
like I said, the difference is firstly, how much can you invest? Because the freehold is more expensive,
Yeah.
leasehold less expensive, and again, in my opinion, a lot of the newer builds and a lot of the newer properties are leasehold properties. So the more modern looking villas are leasehold villas, because these are the ones that are getting built on freehold land and getting sold as leases. So in my opinion, I will always say a lease currently is a better investment,
Better investment.
because,
for-
because they are also getting more rental income, because like
Agree.
I say, they're newer, they look more modern, and we the most of, not most, but you get a lot of freehold properties that's been old, it's older, it's been here for many years, with the new modern stuff that's being built in Canggu and Pereiranan, it's more hip. So
Hype.
people can get more rental income for the Instagram people that want to come, and
Yeah.
for the influencers and
But for me, for Indonesian, I think, of
yeah.
course, real.
real, yeah, no, of course.
We own it forever.
yeah.
Permanent ownership.
Yeah.
No, for
Agree.
you guys, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
But like I say, for a foreigner, you cannot go wrong with
Yeah.
a leasehold.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Nell. It's such a good presentation and good information to hear from you. I love to hear from you. And now, I think Pak Rahim is already ready.
He's very ready.
He's very calm from the start of the webinar.
I think what Neil said is clear for the audience, but for the legal aspect,
Yeah.
let's discuss together.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe. But before we continue to the presentation, I think I want to introduce you first, so
Okay.
people and audience will know, because we Indonesia
Who am
we say
I?
yeah. Tak kenal maka tak sayang,
Yeah.
Kak. Correct.
Correct.
So yeah. Let me introduce our second speaker, Rahim bin Lasupu. Well, ladies and gentlemen, smart people, Rahim bin Lasupu, or Pak Rahim, we usually call him Pak Rahim. He has 10-year experience as a senior legal professional in corporate law and commercial and also criminal litigation, certified and licensed as a lawyer by Indonesian Bar of Association Peradi. He also has a strong legal professional skill in hospitality and property, corporate matter, compliance, licensing, labor law, government relation, legal advice, and dispute resolution. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our second speaker, Rahim bin Lasupu. Let's give a round of applause.
Right. Sorry, Rengi, I did tell you he's more clever.
Yeah, we can
Thank
see
you,
it
Neil.
in
You
his
can see it.
profile.
Thank you, Nel. Thank you, Rengi. This is an honor for me to join the
Webinar.
discuss the webinar today.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming anyway.
Okay. Anyway, Rengi already gave me the term how to legal obtain freehold title in Bali. But for the people, the smart people who stay tuned in our YouTube, this is a disclaimer. We are discuss about the legally obtained freehold title in Bali means we discuss about the regulation. And this is a disclaimer, as I mentioned before, that our discussion today is applied not only in Bali. When the foreigner, when the investor want to invest in Indonesian regions, our discuss is good for us.
All the areas.
Yeah, all the area
All
in Indonesia.
area, because we have one regulation for
Yes, we have
Indonesian.
one regulation, the all region of Indonesia.
Yes, yeah.
But because we are in Bali, we are discuss about how to legally obtain freehold.
Property in Bali.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, this is the disclaimer, Rengi. And the next, our discuss today is about first is about the types of the land or property ownership, and the second is about the 5 aspects. This is important to all the investors to know. 5 aspects people should consider before buying the property or before sell the property. And the third is about types of tax in Indonesia based on the tax regulation, of course. And the last about PTPMA establishment procedures, or in legal we call foreign direct investment. Yeah. This is our discuss for today. And the first is about the types of the land or property certificate. Before we discuss about the certificate, we need to understand about the right based on the regulation. As I mentioned before, in Indonesia we have regulation Article 60 and 53 Law Number 5, 1980 concerning basic agraria regulation. There are so many rights. We are talking about right of the land,
Yeah.
right of the building. For example, right for ownership, right to cultivative, right to use in the building, right to use, right to lease,
Blah, blah.
and blah blah
And so
blah.
on.
So many right.
There's a lot.
Yeah, so many right in the regarding the land. But based on this regulation, we conclude on 3. First is the right, the permanent right. Yes.
Permanent right.
Yeah, permanent right means like the certificate of ownership.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
And the second is about the long term right, like leasehold we discussed before. Yeah. And the second short
Short
term
term
right.
of rights.
This is like business between people or business with the company. This is we agree in the agreement about the time period to use the land. For
Okay.
example, 5 years.
Oh,
3
it's like
years.
it's like a leasehold,
Yeah, like
It's like a
leasehold,
lease,
but
it's
short.
short. Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
shorter.
Yeah. Okay, Rengi. For the first, about the certificate of ownership, or we call hak milik. Hak milik is the as Neil mentioned before, only for citizen, cannot be for
foreigners?
company and the foreigner. Company, legal entity of Indonesia, when buy the land with the certificate of ownership, should to change to certificate hak guna bangunan.
Oh,
Okay.
I see. So it's not
Yes.
as hak milik, but
Not
it's
hak milik. It's only the own the building.
guna bangunan, the
Yeah.
usage of the building.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. And the second is about we discussed before certificate of the building right. This is only for the citizen of Indonesia, and foreigners can have this certificate, but only for the apartment, flats, and for the company, of course, because every certificate when the company having the land must to change to the SHGB. And the time period for the SHGB is start from 30 years and can be extend for 20 years and renew for 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 80 years in total.
Yeah, 80 years in total.
And in that time, you can resell it as a hak milak.
Yes,
Milak,
we can change to from the hak guna bangunan to hak milik. Yes.
Anyway, it's hak milik, not hak milak.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
Next one is hak
Just
milak.
kidding, just kidding.
And the ah.
Oh,
You're good in Indonesia.
yeah,
We
good
know.
Indonesia, I think. Okay, next is about the certificate of business use right, hak guna usaha. This rights are only given to legal entity established under Indonesian law and domicile in Indonesia. For example, the company for plantation business, agriculture. This is the land from the country.
Yeah.
Give to the Indonesian company domicile and legal entity in Indonesia. And the last is about the certificate of the
Use
use right,
rights.
hak pakai. We call hak pakai. Yeah, this is
We mentioned
yeah,
before.
we mentioned before that there is long term. This is how to say short term. Yeah, subject to the agreement between the owner of land and the customer. That. Okay. Next one is about the 5 aspects people should consider before buying the property. This is for the smart people, very important to understand about this one, because this is this 5 aspect is should consider before we buying the property. Yeah. First is about legal subject, Rengi. What is legal subject? Legal subject not only about person.
The person.
Yeah. Legal subject is about person and company. Yeah.
Okay.
Because legal entity based on the regulation is a subject of law.
So it's for a company and also individual.
Yeah.
It's happened to two of them.
Yes. When you want to invest in the property area like land, make sure that, for example, make sure that you deal with the individual who mentioned the name in the certificate of the land. Yes. Make sure that first. When you deal with the company, make sure the track record of the company, of course.
Due diligence.
Due diligence we call in legal file is a due diligence.
Yeah.
Make sure that the land is owned by the company, of course. This is the first one. Rengi, from the 5 aspect should consider before buying the property. Next is about object of property. Yeah. Make sure that the land and the building or the property have legality in form of the land certificate. Also about the potential dispute. Yes, the potential dispute. What we mentioned before, that make sure that you deal with the owner.
Yeah.
This is to make sure that there is no potential dispute after deal
we
with
buy
we
the
buy the
property.
property.
You hear it a lot that somebody's talking to a brother or
Yeah,
to an
yeah,
uncle, and then
yeah.
he's not the landowner.
Yeah.
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 It does happen a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And make sure the agreement to buy the property is clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Please,
important.
yeah, please call your lawyer, maybe call your notary to make sure
To check
that
the document.
to check the agreement, I think,
Agreement.
because this is will bind the not only the owner, also for the buyer of the property. Next, about the project
Project legality.
legality. This is we are talking about the big project for housing, apartment, and the big we
It's like real estate.
real estate. For example, Mekarta, what we discussed before
In
the
our live
Instagram
Instagram
live.
live.
Yeah, make sure that the project has a permit like IMB, environmental permit, and land use destination permit. We can check in the SEPPT. This is the system of the government to make sure the project is legal.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, what is the difference between IMB and SIPPT?
The AMB is the license to build the
Each
property.
property.
For example, to build apartment, make sure that the project owner have the IMB.
Yeah.
Yeah. SEPPT is generally used for the big project, I think.
So it's
We can
for
make sure from the SEPPT.
Raheem, I've heard this. I'm not sure if it's correct.
Yeah,
If a property doesn't have an IMB,
yeah.
it can be taken away from you. It can be
From the government
This
the
is will.
yeah.
This is
I heard the government
yeah.
can take away
can take
the property.
This is a legal problem. The government can, yeah, let's say send a warning letter to the owner or the who live in the property to provide the EMB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of this IMB, I've heard about the zoning area that there is a like
Yeah, green,
green,
red,
yeah.
yellow.
Orange.
Neil understand about that.
Do you understand?
Never sell.
green zone.
Yeah.
Never sell the property or never buy the property in the green zone.
Yeah.
Because you're not
It's a
allowed to put- yeah.
conservation area.
But like we said the other day, also the government is changing every now and then.
Yeah.
They do change zones, so it'll be green now, but maybe in 2 years it'll be orange and you can build.
Yeah.
And the thing is, some people are actually buying
Yeah.
green
Yeah.
zone
Yeah.
because they know maybe in 2
Yeah.
years, 5 years,
Yeah.
That's
they-
why it is
they'll be
important
able
to
to build. Yeah.
keep updating in government
Yeah.
regulation.
Yeah.
It's really important.
And the last, not the last. This is the fourth is about the building quality.
Building
Yeah,
quality.
Talking about the building quality, yeah, we are discuss about the not only what we see the building, but what the age of the building. Yeah, this is important to understand.
prevent the-
yeah, to prevent any
maybe
problem
in the
Yeah.
future.
Because
Yeah.
for the freehold or
Leasehold.
leasehold, yeah, we need to make sure that we can live in this property until 30 years.
30 years.
Yes.
And the last about the funding aspect. This is we are talking about KPR in Indonesia. We call
Yeah.
KPR.
We have a
Yeah,
program.
we can buy the property, house
It's like
or
a
the
mortgage, a
apartment.
mortgage now.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a mortgage.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's credit.
Yeah.
credit
Yeah.
from the
With
let's say the
bank.
bank.
Yeah.
Yeah. And next, Rangi, about the types of the tax in the property sales. This is subject to the regulation, I think. Yeah, every years or every 5 years there is the change regulation. But now in the property area, the tax is first is about the income tax, and the second is about the BPHTB we call BPHTB. Make sure that this tax also mentioned in the agreement.
So
This tax mentioned the agreement who have obligation to pay the tax. Yes.
and usually the value of the tax is 5.
Yeah. For
5%.
BPHTB is 5%, and for the income tax is 2.5.
25.
Yeah.
Is it
2.5%.
is it fixed or
Fixed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
fixed. And the last, we are talking about foreign direct investment. This is, I think, a long discuss. When we will discuss about all of the information about the how to establish the PTPMI, how to establish the foreign direct investment in Indonesia. Yeah, but this is a little bit discuss about the establishment of procedure. First is about the shareholders, of course. Based on the regulation, the company regulation, the PTPMA or PT local must have at least 2 shareholders. Because we are talking about PTPMA, one of the which shareholder is a foreigner.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the first. The second is about minimum investment, value of 10 billion,
Excluding.
land and building per
Yeah.
KBLI.
KBLI
KBLI
meaning?
like klasifikasi bidang usaha.
Oh, it's the types of field where the field of the business.
Yeah.
Field of business.
Yeah.
So,
field of
so if you invest, say I want to buy a villa of 5 billion through the PTPMA, then I still need 10 plus 10 or
This is we are talking about the investment, how to establish the
PT.
but can I
PT.
but can I use that 10 billion to use as to buy my property?
We can. This is this is the technical strategy. This is the technical strategy how to how to make sure that the 10 billion exclude land and building.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we need to make sure based on the like let's say the amounting of 5 billion from 10 billion from the list of the property.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
is exclude. Yeah, because
Excluding,
Next about the business file, and the second the last is about the procedure. Yeah, first is of course deed of establishment from notary.
Yeah.
And the letter from Ministry of Law and Human Rights, and NIB process through the OSS RBA, and the next is other license obligation based on the business file that we call KBLI, klasifikasi baku lapangan usaha in Indonesia. And next is about tax and bank account. This is a little bit about how to establish the PTPMA in Indonesia.
Yeah.
If you need more information, you can contact our law firm.
Yeah,
BVR
legal firm.
Law firm.
Yes,
BVR
legal firm.
Yeah.
We have Pak Rahim
And the team.
and the team too.
This is from me, Rengi, and Nel about the material of our discussion today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so
for
much,
having
Pak
us.
Rahim.
Yeah.
Pak Rahim, it's such a great presentation. We have a lot. We got a lot,
Yeah.
Neil.
I
in
think
terms
we
of-
need more time to discuss in
Yeah.
detail.
If we want to discuss in detail, we can go to Bali Coffee Cup. Anyway, we drink Bali
The
Coffee Club,
Coffee Club.
our sponsor today. Yeah, at Bali Coffee Club, usually we already have our program every Friday. There is a free consultation on Friday with Pak Rahim and the team
Yeah.
for BVR legal firms. So if you guys have any problem with legal matters, you can contact him.
Or if you want to invest in Indonesia, not only in Bali,
Yeah.
feel free to contact us.
Yes, correct. Because we are fully integrated service. We have property, we have Bali holiday rentals as well. We have digital
We have appraisal.
appraisal. So everything related to your investment, we get you covered.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, thank you so much, Pak Rahim, for the
My
presentation. And I think without any further ado, because it's already 1:43, now it's time to Q&A session.
Q&A. What is happening on the Q&A?
So yeah, now it's I just saw on our YouTube there is a lot of people comment here. We maybe for people who ask about this property webinar, I will mention this. There is question from Nima De Astini. Which one is better, get a leasehold or HGB or HGP? Or if we married with Indonesian but not as warga negara Indonesia, can have a freehold? Maybe this question is referred to Pak Rahim, ya.
Yeah, as I mentioned before that for the freehold, or we call certificate hak milik, is only for the citizen. Yeah.
It's
If-
only for WNI.
Yeah, only for
But what people are doing is they are putting it in the wife's name or in the husband's name. So the foreigner will be married to the Indonesian.
Yeah.
But the foreigner is still is not Indonesian, right?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
But they will put it on the name of the spouse. So
Yeah.
then they can buy the
Yeah,
hak milik.
yeah.
Yeah.
The we are talking about the name in the certificate,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
will be in the wife of the foreigner.
So it's not
It's-
problem if the spouse is still foreigner,
Yeah,
not
yeah, it's
Indonesian.
okay, it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay, it's okay, Nima De Estini. I think your husband is foreigner, maybe. Just kidding. So maybe this question is already answered. Yeah, thank you so much. And the other question is about leasehold and HGB is already answered by Neil. And yes, now it's from Mila Apsari. How can I ensure that the property I am purchasing is legally owned and free from any disputes or claims.
But
Again.
This is
again-
legal aspect
Yeah,
again.
this is
but
legal
that is
again.
Again, the due diligence. That is
Yeah.
the whole due diligence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Parim explained, that'll be from the start to
Yeah.
the finish, from the notary,
Yeah.
land certificate, landowner,
Yeah.
all that things to make sure that this property is
yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah.
But you need to do that. That is
Yeah.
very important.
Yeah.
And that is what I say. You hear every now and then people buying something from somebody and then finding out, but this is not the owner, the land
Yeah.
was not his, or this or that. So it's very important to use the legal guys
Yeah.
and to use the notary.
Yeah. Yeah. Correct. Yeah, to make sure that there is no potential dispute in the future after buying the property is make sure the legal due diligence first. Check all of the document, like say the certificates or any agreement regarding the certificate before we buy, and make sure that all of the agreement, all of the article in the agreement is clear and clean for us. Yeah.
And if you have any, if you want to have any assistance from to do the due diligence, we have Pak Rahim here, our team at BVR Legal Firm.
Not only due diligence,
But
from
everything.
us, we have appraisal
Oh,
to
yes.
understand about the value of
Your property.
your property.
That
Yeah.
also, yeah.
The fair price. Actually, for your information, we also have our first series that talk about appraisal and valuation. You can check on our YouTube. We already saved the live, so you can watch wherever you want. So yeah, I think there is HMB. Can we rewatch this letter? Okay, sure. You can watch this letter. We will save our live, so don't worry. You can watch later. Anyway, I think I want to ask is about. This is actually for my friends, but he want to ask you, but he didn't come to the live. The questions is this one. What kind of permit that should be prepared if we want to daily rental our property? Again, I think it's for Rahim.
Again, I think it's right.
Yeah.
What I know is
Yeah.
they call it Pondok Wisata.
Yeah. Of
And
course.
otherwise, you can just use a management agency like
Yeah, yeah.
Bali Holiday Rentals
Yeah.
that can manage it.
Yeah.
That's what I know.
Yeah. Correct. Subject to the legal subject.
Yeah.
Subject to the legal subjects mean subject to the person or the legal entity. If the property rent by the company, make sure the KBLI is matched with the regulation, of course. Yeah, we have a Bali holiday rental that's manage our the property. Yeah, make sure that the company is clear with the KBLI first. This is important thing, and make sure that the location is good for the property. Yeah, this is we are talking about the zoning. Yeah,
Yeah,
We are talking
zoning.
about the zoning.
And speaking of which, now I'm wondering about the location that you mentioned before on your presentation, Neil. It's about you mentioned Canggu and then like Pererenan, and then the location is quite really crowded. So maybe from you, do you have any like idea about advantages and disadvantages in investing a particular area that you mentioned before?
Again, like I said, the thing is that's almost per individual because there will be some disadvantages. Like it might get too busy. I might now buy something in Pererenan, but in 5 years it'll be so busy. It'll be
Yeah.
just as busy as Canggu. So you need to, especially if you're going to stay there. That is the thing. If you think you're going to stay there, you will definitely need to find out or think ahead. Like, do you think it's going to be just as busy as Canggu? Because then it might, in 5 years, you'll be upset because then you also need to be stuck in traffic every day. So it's from individual to individual, I will say, the importance of where you buy.
Again, it's all about the purpose.
Yeah, the purpose, yeah. So if you again, like I said, for investment, it doesn't mind because it doesn't matter because you're not going to be there. It's going to be some guy from on holiday and he's going to enjoy it. He doesn't care about traffic. He doesn't care about nothing.
Yeah.
He's enjoying it. If you're going to stay there yourself, then after 3 days you might get tired of all the traffic. So it's individuals and how they. If maybe a younger person can do it, older people might not be interested in traffic in Canggu every day. So that's the difference.
And speaking of the, in terms of tourism and infrastructure, because I've graduated from tourism, I want to.
She also wants to put her
Yeah.
credentials. Well played. Well played.
Well played. In terms of tourism and infrastructure, what are the growth prospects for those locations that you mentioned before?
So those locations are already growing at a fast rate. And it's Pereira is already growing, and they're going past already Sese, Shamagi, all those places, as you know. And we spoke about the other day, Jimbrana.
Yeah.
It's just going to grow and grow and grow.
Yeah.
And
Even-
like Paraim said, is Jimbrana, they're already building new roads, and so the infrastructure there, they're looking after it. For a year, we're still in the middle of trouble because the roads are not good enough for all the traffic. They're building big places in Umalas and in Canggu. It's going to be more and more traffic. So at least for now, they are looking towards the future.
Yeah.
Like say Jimbrana side, new roads to make it
Highway.
easier for traffic,
Yeah.
not so congested.
Okay, now I'm wondering is about, Bali is really big, right? So we have like other island as well in Nusa Penida, Nusa Lembongan, and we have any locations that, some location, I mean, that is not much busy like in Seminyak and in Canggu and whatever, like Karangasem, I think. It's quite sepi ya in bahasa. How do you call it? It's quite
It's more
small,
quiet,
more quiet. And then in how do you Klungkung, you know that?
Yeah.
So some location that is
it's
still not
like crazy
crazy on it.
Yeah.
And then do you have any idea in the future? Is there any potential if we invest in those locations?
I think it will. I think all those areas, like I say, there's different kind of people. So some people just want to enjoy old Bali.
Yeah.
So if you go to Sidaman and like you say Chandidasa and Karangasem, it's still more old Bali.
Yeah.
So it's less congested. There's little warungs. It's not like commercialized.
Yeah.
So I do think that people will in future go that side because they want to get away from, because Bali's we are getting very
busyness.
crazy.
Yeah.
So people that want the old Bali will invest on that side. It's a very good investment. We've got on BVR property list on the website.
We also
go and
have
look, and we've got some
on
great
Buleleng,
properties.
maybe?
Yeah, we've got great properties there, so people can go and look.
Yeah, you can go and look our website at www.bvrproperty.com. Anyway, do you want to add something or?
For me, I think if any question about legal, you can visit our website or join our coffee time in
Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I think I just want to add one more question. This is maybe for Neil, or maybe if you can answer, it's great. It will be great. What are the factors that influence the price of the freehold property in Bali?
It's going to be location. It's going to be the
Again,
The access.
The growth.
access. How big is the land? It's the building. How does the building look? Again, we've got a division here, appraisals, that will be able to tell you exactly what that property should be worth. But yeah, it's going to be about location. It's going to be about the size of the land, and if there's a building on already, that is the way it's going to be calculated. Like I say, we spoke about it also the other day. You can find in Seminyak a Freehold villa that's like broken down.
It's not really good.
Yeah, worth almost nothing. Well, worth the land, and here next door a $20 billion villa. So even if the location is the same, it depends on what's on the land
Yeah.
as well. So that's my answer.
Maybe you want to add something?
Agree with Neil. Because Neil is the expert.
You're the expert.
Anyway, thank you so much, Parahim and Neil. It's such a great to hearing from
Discussion.
you.
Yeah.
It's such a great
was good.
discussion.
It
It
was
was good, and I really enjoyed it. I wish the smart people, ladies and gentlemen, smart investor who are still watching this live, I hope you guys get more informations, get more knowledge about the idea in legally obtain freehold title in Bali. And of course, we want to announce you again. We still have other series, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
It's about rental management, it's about revenue, and why you should listing at BVR Group Asia, BVR Property, BVR Bali Holiday Rentals. And yes, maybe for the closing statement, I think, do you have any message to the old
I just want
audience?
to tell the audience again, like we said before. Now, it's very important to use a licensed real estate agency.
Yeah,
It's
good.
very important to speak to legal guys like these because they really know the answers. It's not somebody you saw on Facebook posting
Yeah.
something. It is very, very
Yeah,
important
the
to make
scam.
sure that if you invest or you're planning on investing, to make sure that the agency you're using are licensed. They've got an office. It's not just somebody working out of a warung. You understand?
agree.
And there's legal people that can
Yeah.
assist. It's very, very important because, like I say, I hear this every day. People that
Get scammed and
get
then
scammed, and they still do.
Yeah.
People still get scammed. So it is very, very important.
Yeah.
and for you,
From me, for the investor who want to buy the property, never use nominee.
nominee.
Yeah, never
Yeah,
use nominee. This
Agree.
is yeah. Maybe when you sign the agreement with the nominee person, maybe you can ha ha he he. But after 10 years,
Yeah,
who,
we don't
who
know.
knows?
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
the family, one of the family is
Yes.
already gone, and
Yeah.
then
This
yeah,
is
it's really
important for the investor. When you want to invest in the property area, make sure the legal subject.
Yeah.
It's really important. The five things that you mentioned
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Agree. Thank you so much, Parahim and Nel. It's such a great exposure today.
Yeah.
It's,
Thank
it's
you, Ringy.
insightful, and I hope the smart people, smart investor there already get more knowledge today. And again, I would like to announce you that we still have one left series. It is on 30th of March, which is next month, with Cherry Angelic Power. She is one of our marketing specialists at BVR Property as well. And of course, with our managing director, Ibu Dian Desiana. She has a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge about the hospitality and rental revenue, etc. So we will see you guys on the last series, which is on 30th of March 2023. Okay, thank you so much for joining our webinar today. We'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.
Bye.
Welcome to BVR Group Asia.
Since 2018, we successfully providing the best business solution for Asia and the world by providing professional and trusted services with years of experience.
We provide what great clients expect by maximizing all our resources and capabilities in providing the best for our clients.
To meet these expectations, BVR Group Asia always fully understands what clients expect and to retain the long-term relationship of our vision and mission statements to ensure we always BVR, building valuable relationship.
Currently, we have several divisions as a part of BVR Group Asia.
BVR Property,
Welcome to BVR Group Asia.
Since 2018, we successfully providing the best business solution for Asia and the world by providing professional and trusted services with years of experience.
We provide what great clients expect by maximizing all our resources and capabilities in providing the best for our clients.
To meet these expectations, BVR Group Asia always fully understands what clients expect, and to retain the long-term relationship of our vision and mission statements, to ensure we always BVR, building valuable relationship.
Currently, we have several divisions as a part of BVR Group Asia.
BVR Property provide hundreds of properties and nominated as the best real estate agency Southeast Asia in 2018 by DOT Property.
BVR Appraisal, the first leading global real estate consultant service provider in Indonesia, supported by experienced and skilled staff who have worked in these fields of assessment and consulting business.
BVR Investment, a real estate business investment services provider, provides services for project selection, marketing presentation design, business planning, financial analysis, sales, advertising, and communication.
BVR Architecture and Master Planning, delivering a full scope of services for single projects to large master plan destinations, architectural, interior design, procurement, master planning, including Asia's traditional practice of Feng Shui.
BVR Events, the solution for production logistics in Indonesia. Our planning system includes concept creation, selecting the right venue, organizing entertainment programs, and full production for it.
BVR Bali Holiday Rentals, the management team behind the major international hospitality brands. Our talented team negotiates the best arrangements in all areas, including reducing operational costs which directly affect the GOP for both our large managed hotels right down to our single villas.
Bali Coffee Club, the original taste of high-quality Balinese coffee. From the beautiful land of Bali to your kitchen, wherever it may be, we share a part of our culture direct to you.
BVR Digital offers branding services to help your business grow in a changing world. From creative web design, mobile site development, and social media presence to graphic design, our services integrate technology with effective design to visually communicate your brand and business aim to the world.
BVR Advertising. As the exclusive taxi advertising in Bali, we committed in providing many options tailored to your business needs in attracting clients to increase your revenue and build your corporate branding.
BVR Legal Firm. We provide lawyer and legal consultant, notary and official certifier of title deeds, working permit service, establishment limited liability, legal due diligence, and legal drafting for various agreement.
BVR Foundation, the non-government organization or non-profit side of all that we do, has three cornerstones: spiritual, environmental, and preserving culture through art.
HD Management, the company behind the brand, offers practical support to hospitality organizations regardless of size and pride ourselves on building meaningful client relationships.
Sanders Family Office, a private investment firm established to exclusively manage the assets of the Sanders family.
Minor Family Office, wealth preservation and creation through empathic historical data and looking to the future.
Grand Land Corp, a highly structured real estate lending strategy coupled with a unique long-term relationships with investors and institutions.
Our global projects consist of our developments in various countries. Please refer to our website for our updated country destination developments. BVR Group Asia, the first fully integrated service company